Interesting. All right. My apologies. Oh, God, do I need a haircut. All right, folks. Let me get this a little farther back. This boat's looking good. Bam. We obviously have a few bits we still got to work on. But yeah, we're making good progress. So without further delay, let's get to doing. Let's get my cup of coffee away from all the paint. First of all, speaking of cup of coffee, that's what I fucking needed. Okay. And this. A little bit of Minotaur hide. You know what? Nah. Let's get rid of this. Let's handle this owl bear brown bit that I just refused to paint earlier. Let's get that out of the way. It is a tiny thing. Just this little bit of the mast, right? Mast. It's not the mast. This little boy. So, how's everybody's day? Mine's going all right so far. I'm going to be honest. This is the first thing that's happening in it. Late night, you know the drill. Woke up, did what I gotta. And then now I'm here. Streaming me, painting a boat for you all. God, I cannot wait to use this boat in combat. I got both lights on. Seemed a little dark in here. Making sure it's not gloopy, not leaving any giant clumps. So I was doing the math on it, and considering all the shit we've painted thus far and how long it's taken, I'm guessing we got another 2, maybe 3 weeks after this. I know I keep wanting to say, let's finish it today, but I need to put in a level of work that I'm just not able to do on my time off. I keep assuming I'm going to do like 8 hours of work one day, not streaming, and that's not happening because they keep finding other shit I also need to do. So because of that, this is taking the hit. I got one of the masks done, and I can't even say I've gotten it done. Because I still gotta wash it. And I've also gotta Masks have these ropes tied to them. I've only kind of painted in one color. I haven't given the ropes any color yet, so that's going to need fixing too. The brass dragon is a good boy, and I really don't want to paint him any. I want to paint him the wrong color by mistake. Gotta make sure you get this extra gloppy paint off so that it looks pretty. The only problem is that then you've got that glowing notion as you watch it, as you thin this paint out. You're like, man, it really does need 2 coats. But that's okay. Because look how good 2 coats looks. You know it looks good. And it's what we want. So we putting in that extra effort to make it look pretty. Yes. Ooh. We getting some pool and paint right there. That's gotta go. I really don't want to paint this brass dragon by mistake. This is such a very potent paint I'm using right now. And the brass dragon is a easily corrupted individual. Don't want that brown to ruin the brass, if you know what I'm saying. Not bad. Good, we're finally getting paint starting to dry on the base of this bitch. That's real good. I'm definitely having the one eye parts of this, because they're just at weird angles that only one eye can see, and keeping the other eye open is making it worse. I really gotta just go all out. Get the whole... Oh, there it is. There's the first mistake of the night. Don't let that mean I can start making mistakes. Let me come around here and start remedying the fact that it needs a second coat. Not bad. This thing the awkward bear hug treatment. So I'm gonna have to wait for this to like completely dry if I want to do the brass dragon, because they are close to each other. Like, it's very hard to miss the brass dragon as I'm painting this mast at this part. So if that paint's wet, I just grabbed so much fucking paint. Oh, it looks like we're good. Ah, sorry. So I was saying, I don't want to drag a brush across with brass paint and have it drag onto this brown, and that's going to be wet and that's going to mix, and we don't want that. God dang. Go ahead and paint up the rest of these corrections on here. Ooh. Sorry. Host raffle and part of is worrying up. Bastards. Need a little bit more of this. Just a skosh. Finish off this second coat. Tighten up the blank spots. Making it nice and pretty. God dang. I got to get in there. I really got a interesting fucking angle choices here. Got the dragon a little bit again. I mean, luckily for me, when I painted that dragon, I knew he was going to need to be painted again. At least in little spots here and there. Okay. Damn it. I hate that what I'm painting is literally the tip of the boat. So I've got to constantly just keep fluctuating how I'm holding it. I can't just hold one angle for a while. Consarn it. There we go. Let me re-up my host. I don't know if I'm even getting added to this other host raffle that I'm trying to get into. Oh, excuse me. Once an area is dried, we come in, give it that second coat. Make it look real. This bit's looking pretty good. Let's just see if there's other bits I can waste my time filling in while that shit dries. Do these little small corrections on the side of the boat. You know, the things over here that need second coats. I don't want any paint going to waste. I've had to use so much paint painting this goddamn fucking thing. But it's been worth it. I love how it's been looking. I'm really fucking excited to use it. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. Oh yeah, that's gonna look real nice and pretty. Alright. I should have just enough left to polish off these things. Man, I think we're good. I'm going to refer to it as the battering ram, but I know it's not the battering ram. Looks pretty good. I can vibe with that. Alright. To be frank, if I can get the majority of this taken care of today, with the exception of the metal in the back, but I'm talking this bronze plate on both sides, this banister, and the Bronze Dragon. If I can get that shit handled, the lattice work, the hinges on the cannons, the hinges on the doors, the cannons themselves. You can get all that shit going. At a later date. My apologies. I'm gonna run an ad real fast. Sip some coffee. We'll be right back. I don't understand. Am I in this host raffle or not? Looking for group fusion. I love seeing everybody stream Resident Evil 8. It's cute. Coffee. Oh, in case you don't know, I didn't tell you or you didn't see, our cannons are here. I have 16. That's how many cannons I bought. It's roughly this many. That'll handle one for each gunboat. I mean, one for each gun window. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then a few more for on top. Alright. I don't think I need to use that small of a brush. Because if I do, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. Yeah, that should be fine. Wait, no, that's the one with the fine tip. That has too many sprays out the side. This will work. I just couldn't with that other. Way too small. Takes forever. Hold it like baby. You're my baby. So once the banister's done, all I really have after that is like the peripherals, like the mast, the cannons. This brush is working like a dream for this. It's almost like it was meant to be. keep coming in here at weird angles. I've learned that getting the uncomfortable spots out of the way first is very helpful. Paint that stuff that, you know, you gotta hold the old angle first, or the bit you wouldn't think of. I.e., like what I was just doing, looking up at the banister rather than down at it. Like, you're gonna do it eventually, but it's better to start with it, initiate it, than get surprised with it later and be like, oh crap. Whoopsie poops, you do have to look underneath. Boop. Now, when this is all said and done, I am definitely going to have to come in here with the fine brush, because bits of the banister have gone onto the hull of the ship, and that's not accurate. You don't want that. Just a couple centimeters, nothing too bad. But still needs to be fixed. We'll get to it in time. Paint minis is one of those things where it seems like the more you do and you look back and you're like, wait, what? How am I further away from being finished than when I started? How the fuck is that possible? Once again, I don't want to damage this bronze boy. He doesn't hurt nobody. He just wants to be painted. Hell, I'll tell you what, even when I'm done, like when I officially finish painting this one, I probably won't even consider it finished. What I'll probably end up doing is spending a residual kind of time where I'm not streaming, checking for imperfections. Because let's be honest, guys, you know, a big part of what we do here is at the end when we check for blemishes, uh-ohs, and I always find one or two things that I thought I did or fixed, or I always get surprised by something. Now, it would be incredibly foolish of me to assume that I would not, or that I would make any mistakes with a change in accuracy. So, with this being a several week long endeavor, there's a good chance that there will be numbers of mistakes and imperfections that I want to go and fix, even once I think I'm done. So before I throw in the brown wash and, finalize my decision, I'm going to make sure. But then luckily for me, all I got after that would be the wash. And putting those peripherals on, and then it's solid. It's looking more and more done each day. It's crazy. When I use Owlbear Brown, I really gotta paint fast with it because it will dry up quick. But this Minotaur hide really retains its moisture. It's like I'm cradling my baby boy. Sleep, baby. Good, baby. Or find Papa take care of you. Oh, here we are. This is the angle I require. Wunderbar. Just absolutely smashing, darling. You're doing the Lord's work. Oh fuck, we've been doing for 40 minutes and I haven't run an ad. Well, that's problematic. Alright, for the series. I'm gonna grab more coffee. Because I'm worth it. You're certainly looking there and getting there. I gotta say, now that I have seen the pre-painted boat versus the actual boat, I've gotta say I like mine a lot fucking better. Alright. Add time. And then I gotta get more coffee. Be right back. My kitty cat's being absolutely fucking adorable. I just don't know what to do with them. Ignore that cat being an asshole in the background. Let's get back to fucking painting. Okay. So I'm pretty much gonna just have to buy entirely new sets of paint because of this boat. All right, get you there. Get those globbies off of there. You want globby paint? Nobody wants that. Gonna go out there and beat her. She's being annoying. Got to change the angles again. Nice. Oh yeah. It's good to see these other angles because you see these little micro bits missing different paints that you can hit up. You see the different globbies and clumpings of paint and what have you that need to be corrected, and then boo bam, you do it. Well, here's to hoping. Nope, we didn't win the host raffle. It went to someone else being subpar at Call of Duty. Cool stream, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, I love me some Call of Duty, but there are a billion Call of Duty streamers already. It's like when somebody thinks they're gonna be a rapper, and then they rap about how they came from the streets and sing the exact same song that everybody else is fucking singing. It's just like, ooh, yeah, you're definitely gonna get there, buddy. That's definitely all original content you're coming up there. Don't get me wrong, not everything's got to be completely original. Sometimes there's comfort in, standard programming. That's why we do a little bit of Call of Duty every now and then, but come on. Oh, I thought that something was falling. It was just the fucking. Oh crap! I touched the banister. I know to the camera it might look like I'm just repainting some areas that have already been painted. It is a lot harder to see on camera than it is in person, but there are just little bits of paint where you can see through to the bottom, or it's just like a weak coat. Which is funny because when I re-look back on it on camera or when I look at it at a distance, it's kind of like, oh, that's a nice little wood effect. And then you get up close to it and you're like, no, this actually looks like dog shit. And it's clearly just, paint that needed an extra coating. But have no fear. It's only dog shit temporarily. It is nothing that we cannot fix. Alright, so I think this section of banister area is done. The front bit. Oh, no. It's a little bit of TLC here and there still. Mm-hmm. 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 Like I said, you got to make sure you hit those weird angles and then re-look at what you've worked on. Because it's those weird angles. That's when you see, you're like, oh crap, I guess I never did that. Oopsie poopsie. Fuck me. Quit touching the bit you just fucking painted, you idiot. Oh, I'm dumb. Once again, I'm doing this under bit of the banister here, and I'm going to have to come in with a fine-tooth comb and handle the details of this later. Because once again, I'm hitting bits of the hole, but I'm doing an alright job. Just little bits here and there are getting hit. Like I said, I'm using a big brush to make sure I'm painting faster, because I got a lot to do still. That's alright. When I'm doing the correction phase, I'm using the finest brush possible, so this doesn't happen anymore. And that's when perfect moments are going to happen. Wow. This banister back here was not finished at all. You always got to check upside down. I went all the way around here. Didn't even paint these bits. That's not so. Oh well. Like I've said before, there's no right or wrong answer. There's no coloring book. There's no... What's that? Like what? Instruction manual for how to paint these. Or they have like the, this area needs to be painted this or this area. It's whatever you want, however you want to paint it. I've never been to any miniature painting class or anything like that. Just go out there and start painting. Take your time. And just do. Man, everything over here really did need this second coat for the love. A little bit of TLC. But it's good in there. Like I said, I think we got a good job getting things going, but everything needs a second coat occasionally. pop some finishing touches on this bad boy, and then I think move to brass. I think we're going to get exactly what we wanted done today. Finishing touches on the big boat minus the metal. So, you know, none of those hinges that I keep talking about, none of those, the lattice works on the windows in the back. Nothing like that. Because I'm going to do that all at once so that the metal doesn't... Because I got to blend that myself. The color for the metal that I like. And I don't want to have it be slightly different. So I want to make one batch all at one time. That way I don't half-ass it and then have to make another batch. And that's going to look just slightly off once it dries and not the same. Voila. I think I'm going to put a little bit more Minotaur hide in because we can do a little bit of this banister work on these things between the windows that need the lattice structure. Fuck me. Going to add more of this Minotaur hide. But before we do that, I am going to run an ad. Don't you go nowhere. Seriously, don't. Excuse me. Good Lord. Oh yeah. With every paint stroke, I'm getting more and more happy with what I'm seeing. With every stroke, I'm getting happier. Ha 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 ha. Didn't even see what I was doing there until the end. I didn't see that joke coming. Ha 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 ha. Definitely gonna have to come back here and hit this brass up today too. Just like the brass dragon. Once that bit's done though. So I'll just cascading causality, man. Who's gonna look good? It's gonna look real good. Hmm. Oh my god, how the fuck did I miss all this shit? There's still unpainted banister up front? What the fuck? Thank god I had all this extra paint. It's like you paint and you paint and you paint and you paint. Remember earlier, like I said, you rotate it and it's just like, oh my god, I have so much more to do. Always check before moving, people. Everybody makes a mistake eventually, but goodness gracious, how the hell did I... Oh my god, how did I miss all that? I'm bad, you guys. I'm bad. Deciding the best way to paint this is going to be interesting, but... Oh, this is working. Let me make sure that everything's actually painted this time. Missed a few spots over here. Not a lot, but enough. Come on, where there's one, there's many. I know that. Where there's one mistake, there's many. Let me just make sure before I move on, because I'm about to move on to brass for the day. Don't get me wrong, though. I made all the progress I wanted to make with these banisters. Like, all this stuff done, and then if we can get that brass vanished, that'd be awesome. Just got to make sure I use all this paint because I don't want anything to go to waste. Because I know there's tons of spots that need the attention as well. How did I miss that spot? How did I miss that spot? Hey, Cat, what's happening? How are you living? Well, I hope. Ugh. We're certainly getting there with this fucking thing. But I'm so happy with it. Love it. Hey-o. Ooh. So, I won't be able to do Disco Elysium tonight. The roommate has the day off as a surprise. They had to move his schedule around. And this is the only night that we have now to play It Takes Two, and we've been trying to beat that forever. So that being said, I can't do Disco Elysium tonight, but is there a night this weekend, either Friday or Saturday, that you'd be down? And I'll play it one of those nights instead. The problem is it's just one of those games where you really got to sit down and sink your teeth into it. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. A little tired. I really need to just sit down and start sleeping more. Get that whole thing situated. Friday night it is, Kit Kat. Friday night it is. Hell yeah. Get that monies. Alright, we're going to switch over to the brass bits. I'm going to run an ad. I'll be right back. Except for you, Kit Kat. I'll still be here. Because you subbed. But pretty good day so far. I'll be honest, this is the beginning of it. For me. First thing I've really done. Woke up hella late. Stuffed some coffee in my face. Hell, I'm still stuffing coffee in my face. Which one of these is going to be good for what I'm doing? I'd say that's I think the same time I woke up. No, I woke up later. I was trying to wake up at 4:30. I want that to be the time I wake up, but I did not end up sleeping well, so I had to sleep in a little bit later. Going on a nice walk after this, though. That'll be nice. Those really help to clear the mind. How does that sleep schedule work while being a student, Kit Kat? It sounds like it's got to be some work. I like night walks too, but I like that's why I like waking up at 4:30. I like waking up at 4:30 because the sun's like right perfect in my neighborhood, my area. That's perfect out in the sky, right above my whole walking area, so I can get all my sun. But night walks are great. You know what I meant. It's crazy. Some of my friends who are, students are on summer and somehow aren't. Really throws things off for me. Says one of the guys on the D&D group, he's a college boy. And we like to play on Wednesdays, but we have to play on Thursdays because he had a Wednesday class, and we are all dying to get back to playing on Wednesday. Just gotta wait for him to finish with his schooling. Yeah, I have that same problem. It's not very good. It's not a very good mindset to have. It's like my body just wants to be nocturnal. Strives for it almost. It's like, hey dude, calm the fuck down. Sleep's awesome. You like sleep. We've done this before. I don't know, it looks like a bit of brown got in there with that. Don't like that at all. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that bronze mixing with that brown from earlier? Because if that's the case, we got problems. Yeah. I mean, nobody's going to theater at like 4 p.m. You know, for theater's usually like a later in the evening thing. And then once that's occurred, you know, it's not like once you're done being in a production, you don't just close up shop and go home. You got stuff you got to do. So I imagine it keeps you pretty busy. It's kind of like when I was bartending. It's like everybody, like when I told everybody when I got home, they're like, well, that's crazy. Don't you close at 2? I'm like, yeah. Do you think I leave with you? You think I'm like hanging up the bar and like, all right, guys, let's fucking get out of here? I'm like, no. We gotta clean. We gotta restock. We gotta get ready for tomorrow. We gotta fix all the shit y'all broke. I mean, that's ultimately why I stopped bartending, though, because just, God, just human beings not care about other human beings in hospitality. I was just way too tired of hearing, what's your real job? This, motherfucker. Like, this is my real job. That, because they're alcoholics, they think that gives them working and alcohol experience, and it doesn't. As soon as the last performance was done, we take down the whole set in one night, and then we start setting up for the next show the following days. Ugh. I couldn't imagine that. Resetting an entire theater and then starting something else in one night. That's a busy night. Humans can be cruel. At least here I'm in charge. So if I don't subscribe to your particular brand of cruelty, bye-bye. This is definitely going to need some work when I come back and do my corrections. This is definitely going to need some Owl Bear Brown fitted on the areas that I've accidentally painted when I'm trying to do the lines on this thing, but you gotta crack some eggs to make an omelet. Let me get in on that action. That should be good. I think this host raffle I can refill in. I don't know. They're all getting broken again. Make sure these edges are good. Get the 3D elements of this little lug nut thingy. Hell yeah, we're both winners. Isn't it great when everybody gets to be a winner? I mean, in situations like that, I imagine it wouldn't be great if, like, we all won the lottery. We'd all win like $16. That would suck. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Too much. Certainly getting there, huh? Hey, that's not the same thing. In a sports competition, you know, there's got to only be one winner. But there are certain circumstances where it's beneficial for everyone to win. Not a lot, but there's a few. Anytime there's gambling against the house, though, that's one of them. It's nice when the house loses. Granted, I am the house in this situation, but whatever. I don't mind. All right. I don't have a lot of time left. We're all winners. Not all the time. Doesn't work like that. Get this fucking anchors. Come here, motherfucker. Quit moving around. I want to paint you. Move around, you fucker. You see on this side. Trying to get that timing just perfectly, Kit Kat. You got it. Just wait for my brother to finish building that heist macro and ask him to borrow it. As much as I want to join that heist with you, Kit Kat, I'm just so focused right now. Dagnabbit. I need more paint. I'm not gonna do a lot more. Because, like I said, I'll probably be done once I'm done touching up this dragon. Only so much I can do at one time. Make sure everything's all spread out. We don't want any gloopies on the dragon. Well, this is nice. This dragon's coming along well. I'm sorry I'm getting a little quiet. Just gotta get focused. Hell yeah, Kit Kat. GG on the win. Gotta make sure I'm careful. Just bashed my boat onto my monitor. Aha. We're getting there. there's just so much to this fucking dragon. So many nooks and crannies. Alright, the wing needs some work. I really gotta really get up close and personal when painting this part, this brass dragon bit, because with how reflective it is, if it's next to, like, say, a bit that needs more painting, the reflection kind of masks that a little bit. So I really gotta stick my nose in there and peruse, make sure I'm getting everything. Gotta take your time too. Give yourself time to succeed. Paint it the way you want to paint it. Don't rush yourself. You're only competing against yourself. I think I'm gonna get a little bit more brass, but not enough to, like, fill up a thing. Just what I normally do when I'm going for brass. It always seems to kind of, through capillary action, fuse up a little bit. So we always got a little bit extra just kind of hanging out on the snout. And that's the stuff I'll use to finish up the last bits of today's painting sesh. I painted a good bit last night of the peripherals, just like I said I would. But man, it took me a while than I thought it did, a little bit longer. I got one of the masks painted, the front bit of this that gets glued on at the end. So far, it looks good. You know, it definitely showed me that it's going to take longer. I mean, every time I start doing something, I'm like, yeah, it's going to take me longer than I imagined. But I'd rather take it longer than I imagined than rush it and have something I don't like. think my eyes are shot for the day because I did between the painting last night and the paint today. I think I am good. I think I've hit my wall. And I think I've painted exactly what I wanted to. Not bad. So we got the lattice work on the back. We got hinges on the gun door. We have the cannons for each cannon. And there are hinges on the doors for the bits that go here and here. So when I do the metal, I gotta make sure when I'm finished with the metal, when I do the middle bit, that's what I gotta do. I gotta do all that. No guarantees that that's gonna be what I do next. I might do the mast next and just save all the metal for one last hurrah at the end. And then of course corrections. And then last but not least, give this thing one giant wash. A brown wash. And then it'll be all set. But as of right now, I dig the shit out of this guy. There's definitely little peruses and corrections here and there that need to get done, but whew, that's everything. And then who knows what else I paint next. I've got a Kraken to do, a giant ape, a Balor. I'll probably go to something small before I do that Kraken, because that Kraken is a big boy. Alright, who do I gotta raid into? I don't have anybody. Oh well. Oh, what am I doing? I can't get into a heist. You just finished one. Oh well. It's been fun. Kit Kat, thanks for hanging out. I will see you. Well, we still got tomorrow. We still have, I think we're either doing Arma or Call of Duty. I don't know. We're doing something. I'm sure you can still find a way to come in and take a weapon that I like away from me.